I've been doing this for 25 years, and you're going to ask me that in about 30 seconds. I'm supposed to answer you?
No,
I don't think so. I don't think so. No, that's too big for me.
What do you like about the way the NBA is played now? The way the games are played now?
Not much. I think it. I've probably been doing it too long, but Golden State's one of the few teams you enjoy watching play because they move without the basketball, and they shoot threes like everybody else. Because if you don't, you're an idiot. Analytically, you have to shoot threes, but it's become such a huge part of the game. We've lost a lot of the other aspects that we all used to love about the game. So, I always make the joke that I think we should have a 4 or 5 point shot and make it a real circus. And the fans will go even crazier. So.
The Warriors have said that the Spurs had the model franchise, just with being constant contenders and having like a dueling time. Where the Warriors now have kind of this dueling timeline where they have their star core with like the younger guys that they're developing, hoping that they're going to be the foundation for the future. What are your thoughts on what the Warriors are doing right now?
They are doing and have done a great job. They've got a great culture. They're all on the same page. They play for championships. They do it with class. What else can you say?
Was it enjoyable watching, knowing that Larry Brown was with Memphis this year and coaching?
What about it?
Was it enjoyable knowing that he was back in it and coaching with Memphis?
Oh, sure. I mean, Larry's one of the all-time greats. So to have somebody participating and helping out a young guy like Coach Hardaway, it's great. Great stuff.
Would you like to see the schedule dial back a little bit, maybe for games, just the rest of the victory, not just for the Warriors, but so many teams have just.
As a reasonable person, it would be hard not to argue that, I think. So I can't disagree with you. People might want us to play even more games so they can see these stars more, but that's a diminishing returns sort of proposition. Having the players healthy and being able to see them is important. So I think fewer games spread out would be wise, without a doubt.
We have this weird thing now called load management. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I remember a $250,000 lesson that I experienced in the past. So yes, I'm aware of load management. My bad.
Is that performed pretty much as you expected you would?
Well, I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest with you. Somebody's been off for 2 years. They just need a lot of time to get back to where they were. It's not just confidence or rhythm. It's about every aspect of the game, probably. And he's doing the best job he can, to fight through a lot.
What changes for you? I mean, in the past, you've always sort of made it a priority to keep Steph and play off the line. With Steph out, how does that change how you game plan for this? I'm not going to give away your secrets or anything, but
No, I don't have many. The game plan doesn't really change all that much. The Warriors are the Warriors. If you can't stay in front of them, if you can't guard, if you don't get back in transition, if you screw up all your switches because of their great movement, you give up too many easy buckets because they're going to make some threes. So limiting the easy buckets, limiting the free throws, keeps you in the game, assuming that you don't turn it over and you shoot halfway decent that evening. So that's usually the plan.
what are the things that make Draymond unique?
Well, I think the most obvious is that he's basically a savant defensively. He communicates and runs the whole show. He knows who's on the court on his team, on the other team, where the danger spots are. He understands the spatial relationships on the court. He knows where to help, where not to help, how to direct somebody else who isn't, as aware as he is. So all those things through 48 minutes really add up and help a team make a lot of plays that add to winning for sure. That's the thing that stands out most about him. Secondly, nobody's going to compete any harder than he does. He wants to win badly, and that's something that coaches love to count on in a player night after night after night. You've got somebody who's competitive, but also a leader, somebody that people respect and will follow. So he's pretty special. Since you brought him up, I need to thank him again. Every chance I get, I thank him for helping us get the gold medal, because he was huge in that effort. Steve didn't do anything. Steve just stood on the side and had a beer. He didn't do much.
But did that experience give you an even greater appreciation of what Draymond does?
Oh, absolutely. And it wasn't. The games are so much shorter over there, and we didn't have much time to practice and do a lot of things that we might have wanted to do. But his leadership is what was really huge for us. He was so vocal, so adamant, so locked in at practices that we did have, timeouts, games, half times, all that sort of thing. He was a hell of a leader. KD did his job as he did in every Olympics, scoring and doing what he does. But Draymond was very special in that regard. Yes, sir.
Closer to this than most of us, going back away with the war. Is that you find that hanging heavily over you?
It's been hard to even think about basketball, to be honest with you. It's just become so insignificant in your day-to-day, and with every photo that you see on TV, it's kind of like, I'm actually glad that stuff's on TV. Like when things started to come on TV about Vietnam, that's when it changed. People didn't know what the hell was going on in Vietnam, all the lies we got told and all the atrocities all over the place, back and forth. And here, any sane individual would be just traumatized by what they're seeing. And it's still impossible for us, as I'm sure you agree. We can't feel what it'd be like to drive your wife and your daughter and son to a border and say goodbye and know you're going to go back and die because the Russians are going to pull this bullshit that a lot of people fall for, including some of the people in our government. Those are the people that really make me sick. For political and personal reasons, they're willing to jump on a Putin bandwagon and use that. Guys like Cruz and Crowley, and you can just go down the list, and they're just despicable people for even thinking about saying the things they've said. Or you've got the people on Fox News who I won't even name. They know what they're saying. They're highly intelligent people, but they're still willing to do it. Just lick spittles of the highest order. That's probably enough trouble.